to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
And here's a look at the starting offense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they ask their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to look at the starters for Tampa Bay. And, Charles, how about Vernon Hargreaves?
A pick they were excited to make because in their division, they've got to have guys who can slow down some of the best receivers in the league. And Vernon Hargreaves fits that profile. Very sharp, very intelligent. He operates well on the corner.
He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On play action, now Carr. And his throw is incomplete. So this will be the 9th play on this drive. On play action, it's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. Going deep here for Landry. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Wolford over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
2nd down now after the pass completion. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. In motion left here, Landry. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Aldon Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd down and 8 now.
Watch left, watch left. Over. Hey, watch this, watch this.
to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Corey Grant with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And his kick is good. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
8 yards there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Here from the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Corey Grant becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll cut it, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tony Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And his kick is right through. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Aldon Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On third and long, it's Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got time. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Brought in by Walford, right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need a stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this one's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something.
And he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, able to find Carew. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And that's incomplete. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
McKinnon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Bucs now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Bulldozes past him. Still on his feet. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go now. Boom, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Looking to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. They'll get 23 yards there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. On
second down, here's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Now a play fake. Carr. That's caught at the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Carr will look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 20.
They'll look to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots.
Back to throw. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
To throw is Carr. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw. Over the middle, able to find Carew. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll run it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive court.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Raiders, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. You know the part of the song everybody sings along. Well, that's us. Listen up, shout it out. I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back. 'Cause the past doesn't last long as we're together. Just keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it about the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long way like Jesus, that Colombiana, that's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can feel the throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as he seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than dominoes. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard